Okay, it's April 2nd. We're going to discuss the weather. It's going to be kind of a dreary week for a lot of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, so be aware of that. And some people will get some snow, probably have to shovel it. There'll be areas where there'll be some heavier ice that can make roads, sidewalks, steps and things like that very icy. We'll try to cover all that in this video. This might be a little bit longer than usual, but we'll go over it. Now, this kind of where we look like Tuesday evening around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You can see we've had some rain. There's a low here. The main low is up here, and that is the one right now, basically controlling our weather with the rain and the showers. As you can see, it kind of goes up and it rotates. This one comes up underneath it again. There's kind of a block up here, so it really can't go anywhere. This takes you to Wednesday right around, I'm going to say around 12, 1 o'clock. You can see this low is beginning to strengthen, and this one here is still pretty strong, but eventually all this will move east. This is Wednesday evening around 8 o'clock. Now, it's not off the water yet, but it has strengthened to where it's here. And there's going to be some cold air. And this is at night on Wednesday. And my thought process is Wednesday night into Thursday morning. It's cold enough in the higher elevations of the Poconos for this to turn to snow, sleet, freezing rain, and even parts of the extreme northern New Jersey, the same thing. As this thing starts to move to the east, it actually gets strong and it's over Long Island. It's not over the water, but it's enough that this now takes you to around 4 in the morning on Thursday. That the cold air is circulated around the backside of this. So again, North Jersey, Poconos, along the northern border up here, PA and New York. Could change and have a mix. New York going up to New England could have a fairly good snowstorm out of this. As you can see, this kind of moves out uh, this way along, hugs the coast. It's not out over the water. So, and it's going to go out here and even strengthen more. This one here is now becoming like a secondary storm, but because this is elongated this way, this does not turn into a nor'easter snowstorm, but it is enough that it keeps throwing cold air and some precipitation back into PA. Now, this takes you to Friday morning around 8 o'clock, and you can still see they haven't completely fused together, but enough cold air comes around that there could even be a second bout of some snow in the higher elevations, and you can see it's not going anywhere. Now, this is Friday around 7 o'clock in the morning, and you can still see it's up here by the coast of Maine up here. And it's just kind of hanging around. See, it's not really going anywhere. This is Friday evening, and it's still there. So many precipitation that comes back around this thing as we get into this, it could be as snow flurries, wet snow. There could be some accumulations, but it finally moves away as you get into Saturday, and that's the last of it that I see as snow coming at us. At least the chances of snow. I think that's it. Um, there was some models and some people talking about temperatures going into summer like next week. Um, I don't think so. I think temperatures can get into the 50s and maybe 60s later in the week, low 60s, but I don't see a sustainable pattern where we're into summer temperatures, whether in the 70s and the 80s. That's just not going to happen. So I think temperatures are normal to a little bit above normal, but we've got to get to next week and go through this period right now where, because of the clouds and the rain and the snow and whatever else is falling down, we have to deal with it. Now, quickly, this is just our simulated radar for this afternoon. Late this afternoon, you can still see there's showers, some spotty, heavier rain coming down at times across the state. This is right now, this is around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you can see as it moves east, you got a line here going on. You got some eastern PAs under some moderate rain here. And some of these creeks are pretty high in the east, so I would expect flood warnings or flood watches to be out for many of the smaller creeks up this way, at least across Pennsylvania. I know eastern PA has some. And as you can see up here, you got some sleet here. You got some freezing rain going on up here, and they're slowly going to turn over. This is Wednesday around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. We move this real slowly. You can see it's kind of a breakup in New York, but then you'll see it start to fill in. Now there again, there you go right there. That's around 5. That's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Some heavier rain to the east. Probably going to be like a line of storms here, probably thunderstorms. I know there's been some lightning in eastern PA, a few flashes of lightning. I'm not sure about western PA, but as you can see, it's beginning to change over. The cold air is slowly starting to move into PA. This is Wednesday night around 7, 8 o'clock. And like I thought, if the moisture is coming down Wednesday night, it changes to snow in the northern parts of PA. Here's your heavier rain here. You got some sleet, freezing rain up in here, and then it changes to snow. We move this, let's see, we move this out to around midnight. I guess we can get close to midnight, so 11 o'clock. You can see it's changed to snow here. If you can see what I can see, upstate New York is getting hit with some heavier precipitation. This is around 1, 2 o'clock, Wednesday night into Thursday morning. You can see northeastern PA kind of is in a bullseye right now, and it'll slowly move into the extreme northern parts of New Jersey, and then it'll move off. And then we have the return flow as it moves away. And as you can see, it kind of breaks up, then it comes back. This is Friday during the day, and some of these snowflakes reach all the way down here to the Mason-Dixon line in Pennsylvania. So, unfortunately, it's during the day. And then as we get into the nighttime hours, Friday night into Saturday, kind of gives way. A few snow showers in western PA during the day on Saturday, I should say, and then it clears out, and then we move in with some rain, and we're early next week, and then I don't see any more snow. Now I'm using the GFS model, and this is the total amount of snow. Again, sometimes it snows, it'll melt, snow, it'll melt, but this is kind of like totals. And again, you can see the Poconos get the most. This doesn't quite show the valleys here, but I don't think the valleys get a lot. I mean, a dusting an inch or so at the most. But I like North Jersey here, 1, 2 inches, maybe 3 at extreme northern Jersey. The heavier snow is just north of Pennsylvania, up north of 84 going across here. And you can see some of the models don't say as vigorous as this, but I'm giving you the high end of it and hope maybe if you don't like snow, you get the low end of it. But the idea is that the snow's there. Wednesday night was the time period when I said that there would be the most snow. And so this would take you Wednesday night, and you can see that the Poconos is getting snow. A majority of it would be at that point in time on Wednesday night. Now, this is your sleet, and as you can see, up in Hunter Mountain up this way, they get a pretty good amount of sleet up there, which is going to make for tough going. Freezing rain wise, okay, now this is the GFS, and it shows most of the freezing rain up towards New York, just a little bit in the Poconos, a little bit of freezing rain in upstate New Jersey. But other models, now I'm going to give you a reference. Now, this is the Euro model. You see, it poses a totally different picture here because it thinks the low goes further north. Um, it's possible. I mean, you're working with an elongated low. You're talking about two lows. So I just want to show you this. But the main part of showing you this is that there is snow up in this area. Now, some of the models earlier today were showing a large amount of sleet and freezing rain up in the Poconos, but then it's kind of backed off today. So, I mean, we'll just have to update this if it changes. But right now, I'd say tomorrow night, Wednesday night, if you're north of 80 and you're in the higher terrain, you need to be aware that conditions could go downhill tomorrow night. And again, we'll have to just see how this all works. When you're talking about these elevation storms, you're talking about temperatures that could hover a degree or two either way, and that makes it totally different. I would just say that be aware of travel north of 80, and especially north of 80, higher terrain is what I would be careful of. Beyond that, like I said, here's the Wyoming Valley doesn't show very much there. There's some models that actually show a backlash on Friday Thursday night and the Friday where there could be some snow in central New Jersey. So again, models are all over the place because you're talking a degree or two, and a lot of times this winter, and that's been the game plan. So it's what it is. I'll be updating the websites in the next couple of days. The .com site, the PoconoWeather360.com site. I'll be changing that to things to do in the spring and the winter, festivals, bazaars, places to go, the beach, things like that. I'll be changing all that over in the next couple of days. I thought I would get to it on Monday, but I couldn't. So I will get to that. And I'll be doing that. So again, I will be doing the spring and summer forecast in the next couple of days, and things are starting to show that above average rainfall and above average temperatures will be late spring into fall. Not early spring. We're already in the spring, but late spring into fall. Okay, be careful out there, and I'll update this if I see something change that you should be aware of. Take it easy.